Hello all, and welcome to Positively Psyched with Louden. Getting caught up in the cycle of anxiety is no picnic. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, an estimated 31% of U.S. adults experience an anxiety disorder at some time in their lives. So let's take a deeper dive into the cycle of anxiety and look at what steps you can take to break free from it. If you're in California and anxiety is causing you to suffer, please call me or email me for a free consultation. Anxiety is produced by negative thoughts, usually about the future. These negative thoughts create feelings of unease and worry. As these thoughts fade and are replaced by more positive thoughts, anxiety is lessened, only to be reactivated when another negative thought comes to mind. Getting caught up in the cycle, commonly known as the cycle of anxiety, causes one a lot of stress and suffering. We can't control what thoughts pop into our brains, but we can certainly decide which thoughts to give life to and which ones to ignore. Thoughts come before feelings. Negative thoughts create negative feelings and they create anxiety. When we keep negative thoughts alive, our bodies react by preparing for danger. Stress hormones are released, activating the body to take emergency action, commonly known as fight, flight, or freeze. Once the mind determines that one is no longer in danger, a sense of relief will manifest. But in the cycle of anxiety, this relief is only temporary. More intrusive thoughts pop in, negative stories are then constructed, and anxiety restarts its menacing cycle. This negatively impacts one's ability to create an environment that attracts happiness, positive energy. The cycle of anxiety includes 4 stages. 1, feeling anxious due to a negative thought occupying one's mind. 2, attempting to avoid the perceived danger that the negative thought is producing. 3, fighting through thoughts and feelings to have some sense of relief. And then 4, more negative thoughts come about, creating more anxiety. Triggers for anxiety cycles can both be external and internal. External triggers refer to responses to stimuli in the outside world. For example, having a negative reaction to having to give a presentation at work or feeling nervous in a large group of people. Internal triggers refer to responses to a memory, a thought, and its subsequent emotional and physical sensations. For example, having a thought that what one is about to do is going to go badly, or a thought about when one was hurt as a child in a bike accident may trigger one as they're getting on a bike to go riding. The most primitive part of the brain is responsible for creating a lot of anxiety. It contains the brainstem, the limbic region, and the amygdala. The amygdala, there's I think 2 of them. The amygdala activates the fight, flight, or freeze response. In a sense, it hijacks the most advanced part of the brain, the neocortex and the prefrontal lobes, and it activates the sympathetic nervous system to speed up your heart rate and deliver more blood to areas of your body that need more oxygen. Once one experiences a sense that the danger is over, the body activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which decreases respiration and heart rate. In addition, the ventral vagus nerve helps to calm down the sympathetic nervous system as well. There's been a lot of focus on the importance of breathing. The reason for this is deep breathing directly stimulates the ventral vagus nervous system. Hence, taking deep breaths helps the body to get out of danger response mode. Also, the limbic system can't count. In order to count, one's neocortex and prefrontal lobes must wrestle back control, and counting helps to do that. So the adage, breathe and count to 10, really does help calm our mind and body. Here are some other tips to help manage anxiety. Create an exercise routine. Exercise causes your brain to release endorphins and serotonin that helps improve mood. 2, reduce coffee and or alcohol consumption, both of which are known triggers of anxiety. Get enough sleep and eat well-balanced meals. Next, regularly practice relaxation techniques and take time each hour to sit still and focus slowly on breathing. And don't focus or worry about things you have no control over. That takes practice. Lastly, as the therapist that approaches change using the schools of thought of narrative therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy, paying attention to the thoughts that one gives life to and the subsequent stories that are created from these thoughts is essential to breaking free from the cycle of anxiety. Anxiety is created when negative thoughts are given life. Every person that comes to see me comes with a problem-saturated story. As one is the author of all one's stories about themselves and the world, one has the ability to re-author any story at any time. And if one has told a story over and over again, one tends to believe that the story is real and true, even if it is based on false and misleading information. Thus, a big step in breaking the cycle of anxiety is to challenge any thought that pops into one's mind. This is important as one will write a story to give that thought life. It's like programming your brain to play out the story. A good trick when a negative thought shows up is to say, I'm not going to write that story right now. Then take time to decide what thoughts and feelings you want to give your attention to and write a positive story instead. For example, a negative thought may pop in stating that you're going to screw up your work presentation and you'll soon be tossed to the curb. Instead of giving this thought life and writing the story, write a new story. For example, I'm going to give it my best. It does not need to be perfect. And I am looking forward to showing off my talents. In conclusion, you can choose what thoughts you want to give life to. Practice challenging negative thoughts and stories and replace them with positive self-defending thoughts and stories that focus on overcoming challenges and creating success in your life. Until next time, namaste.